This is my 1981 CB750RR project. It's based off a CB750F motor and frame. The idea of it is to go with a modern cafe racer, something that's both beautiful and fits the form, but functional. A couple years ago I started this. I've been sidelined for a while. I cut the frame on it, welded in a hoop, took all the airbox out, cleaned up the triangle, rejetted it, getting hopefully 80 horsepower or so with the crank, with the pod filters. It's got a 4-into-1 Jardine exhaust onto it, clip-ons. But now it's time for a little bit more. It was a fun bike, but 19-inch wheels, archaic tires just don't do it anymore. So I originally decided that I was going to graft a F3 CBR swing arm onto the back. Things have changed, and I decided to go a little bit flashier and picked up a VFR 750 single-sided aluminum swing arm. My plan was always to remove the twin springer in the back and replace it with a monoshock. I always wanted to keep this triangle as clear as possible, but we're going to have to build some kind of gantry in here to hold the monoshock off the swing arm. On the front end, we're replacing the complete assembly with a 2003 VTR 1000 Superhawk front end. It's going to give us better brakes, an ability to mount proper 17-inch wheels and proper sport tires. My plan is to take this down to the tail of Dragon in 2025. It's not going to be dragging knees, but it's going to be a hell of a lot more capable than it was on the 1917 setup that I had on it. I'm hoping to get the bike down to about 450 pounds. They were about 500 when new. My plan is to rewire what I need to, relocate the battery, obviously new swing arms, new front end. The only thing stock on it will be the frame, really, frame, motor, and transmission. Everything else will be updated, proper modern brakes, stuff like that. If anybody's familiar with the Bad Obsession Motorsports, that's going to be my release schedule. It's going to be a when you get it is when you get it kind of thing. I don't have a ton of extra time, nor do I have a lot of extra funds. While the parts aren't particularly expensive, it does add up. I'm not a welder, I'm not a fabricator, I'm not a machinist, but I'm going to be doing all the work by myself. I have a small mini mill, mini lathe operation that we're going to attempt to use, and we'll see how that goes. I'll keep videoing it step by step and releasing them as soon as I can. And hopefully by next summer, throughout the winter, we can finish it up and get it on the road. I really like this bike. I rode it for a couple years before I decided to do this to it. I really can't wait to get it back on the road. All the long form content will be posted on my YouTube channel, Moto New England. Any of the shorts or behind the scenes will probably be posted to my Instagram, so make sure you follow me there. It's going to be a lot of fun. The first thing I got to do is graft this swing arm on. That'll be the next video that comes out, and stay tuned.